Okay, fine then. Yesterday's class, we have seen how to handle the post request. How to handle the post request. In post request, in how many ways we can send the body. Okay. In get request, what is the basic syntax of the REST assured? Given, when, then. That's it. These three we have to remember: given, when, then. In given, we have to give the prerequisites like a headers, request parameters, path parameters. We have to give in the given. In when, we have to post the actual request, either get, post, put, delete. In this request, we have seen get request, get of users. 1 second. Okay, fine. First request is we have seen given, and then just we have added the loggers so that in console we can see what is the request and response.
Sir, sorry sir, one time I'm interrupting you. సార్ ఇది బేస్ యూఆర్ఐ ఉంది కదా సార్, ఒకసారి బేస్ యూఆర్ఐని 7 నుంచి 7 వరకు మనం బేస్ యూఆర్ఐ అనుకుంటాం సార్, అది ఒక్కసారి కొద్దిగా క్లియర్గా చెప్తారు సార్.
Sure. Okay, fine. All right. Here we will call a URL. If you want to hit any server, right, you want to get the data from the server. Actually, what is API? You want to get the data, or you want to create the data, you want to update, or you want to delete the data from the server. We have to, for that we require a address, that is called a URL. Here URL, in URL, what is the base URL means? Fixed part. That means host. One is the HTTPS. What is the protocol? And that URL. What is the common part? This is the common part for every server. Suppose I am automating gorest.co.in. Gorest.co.in. So until this, it is the common. So this is called a base URL. Suppose if it is common for, we have to analyze, right? It is not fixed. Base URI means there is no terminology. This is the base URI. See, we have to, suppose I am automating gorest.co.in. This is common for all. Suppose get request, post request, put request, delete request. Until this, suppose this is common. This is called a base URI. Suppose you are automating some other application. Maybe up to here only it is common. Up to host name is only common. A protocol, host name, then path. We will get the path. There is a 3 terminology, right? First one is the protocol, then next one is the host name, then path. Sometimes maybe up to host name only common. Get request, post request, put. Maybe this can be different. For get request, this may be one thing. Post request, maybe it is changing. Put request, it is changing. Then common part is this one. This is called a base URL. Suppose currently, suppose if you see for get up to V2, it is common. For create also up to V2, it is common. For put also up to V2, it is common. For delete also up to V2, it is common. Users also common. So up to users, we can call it as a base URL. Right. Whatever the part is common for all the requests, right, that is called a base URL. We can keep that as a base URL. Otherwise, if you keep whatever changing, last part is changing for each request, if you keep that in base URI, it will work only for one. Second one, it will fail. So what is the common part? We have to identify, we have to give in the base URI.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay.
Very
Okay,
clear.
fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Then we have a simple, just high level I am providing. Given, when, then. In REST assured, mostly we have a three terminologies. Given, when, then. In given, we have to give the prerequisites. When, what is the actual request, then validation part. In given, mostly we will give loggers. This is simple to get the all the users. So we don't need to give any here header. We don't require in this API, we don't require any headers. If you require headers, we have to pass the headers also. In the right, we have discussed that also. Just here I have given log all. That means simple. It will log the API what is the request, what is the response in the console. This will log only request details. After then, if you give log all, it will log only response. Right. If you want only request, we can give only here log all. If you want both, we have to give after given, after then. So it will log request details, response details. Given, when, then. Right. In when, we will give the what is the request, get request, post request, put or delete. In then, just we will validate what is the, here we have a only status code validation. Here we have done a body also. But in real time, we will not do these ham crashed. This is a ham crashed validations. But real time, we will not do these things. I will tell you today or tomorrow class how to do it in real time projects. Okay, this is just a knowledge purpose. We can do in the then we can do response body validations. Here we have sent a path parameter also. How to send path? What is path parameter? Right. If we want to suppose out of all the users, I want to get a particular user. Right. Here in the get users API, we are getting a multiple users, multiple records. Suppose I want to get a particular record. Then we have to give this inside a path. Directly we can give, or in the postman, we can create a path variable, colon, user ID. We can give any name, colon, any name. Same name we have to give under path variable and the value. What is the value we want? This one. Right, it will get a particular. This is called a path params. In rest assured, how to give path param? After given path param, you can give any name here. This is any name. User ID I have given. Then here I have created just a string. I have passed it. And then under when get, we are calling the get request slash users. Right, what is the path here? Path is this one. Slash users slash user ID. We have, don't pass same thing. In syntax will be in postman is different, rest assured is different. Don't copy paste, it will not work. Here we have to give curly brackets. Whatever name we have given under path param, same name we have to give. If you give ABC, you have to give ABC. That's it. Same name, whatever name we have given path param, same name we have to give. That is path param. Right. And also we have seen create user. If you want to create user, what are the things we require to create any user? We require a body. To update, to create, we require a body. Right. In the body section, we have to paste the what is the body. This will be given by developers in real time. Okay. Then for here, we require a token also. Right. If we give public, right, in real time, whenever we are developing any application, there will be restrictions. No, right? Anyone cannot go and create the users in the applications. There will be some tokens will be. That means some restrictions, some authentication will be there. We have to authenticate. I am the authorized user to create the user. So I already told you how to get this token. Go to rest.co.in, log in with our Gmail. We will get this token. So in the authorization, just select the bearer token. Just paste it here, that token. Right. Or we can also directly pass in the, here, it will come automatically in the header. This is a tool, so it will come automatically. But in REST assured, how to do it? Right. First of all, given we require a header, we need to pass the authorization. Key is the authorization. Token is the bearer space token. We have to pass that token. And content type application/JSON. We are passing the application/JSON. And then body. Here body, we are sending. Right. Yesterday we got some issue. Right. How to pass the dynamic value in? If you mention the 3 triple quotes. Right. I think everyone aware of it. Again, I am telling. This is a string. Suppose we can have the request body in double quotes also. Right. Simply double quotes. We can copy. We can copy whatever the post, right, body. You can take this, paste inside it, but it will come like this, right? Slash r slash and right. It is somewhat confusing. If you get any error, it is very difficult to identify. It is very difficult to identify. So in the JDK 15, we are using JDK 21. JDK 15, there is a one feature introduced. That is, if you want to multiple lines in the string, we can give 3 like this, 3 triple colons, and we have to give any number of lines like this, any number of lines. It will allow. But if you want to pass the dynamic value, right, in middle, I want to pass the email. I want to pass the email. Yesterday we got a issue how to pass it. We have to use the string.format. In string class, we have a format method. Inside a format method, we have to give these triple quotes up to here. Then here email, we want to pass the dynamic one, right? Every time, whenever we are creating the user, we have to pass the dynamic email. So here we have created dynamic email. System.current time is it will generate a some system time, current time. So it will get some numbers. That's it. Just we are appending a random number. So that here email, we have to give the %s. I want to replace this %s with email. So here in the format method, first one is the string, whatever we are passing. Second one is the email. I want to replace this %s with email. So this is the how we can pass the dynamic value in the string. Okay, that is only we are passing in the body section. Here what we are giving header, content type, body. These are the given, under given. Then when, what is the request post type? What is the here path? What is the path in the post? This is the users. Right. It is not mandatory to give everything in the post request itself. See, it is path always. It is not mandatory, but it is a format. Right. We have to give the path in the post. Then log all the response status code. We are verifying status code 201. Then body, we are verifying response body. After creating, we will get the response, right? We have to validate what is the, I think every time we have to give dynamic. In Postman also, we can create a dynamic. We have to use the Groove script to generate it. So here we are validating name and gender. Name and gender is coming same thing or not, whatever we have created or not. So that is the post request. And post request we have seen this is the by passing a string, and we can also pass the map, right? Same thing. I want to create a map. Map means what? It will allow key and value. Here I have created a map and put method. We can use the put method to keep the key and value. What is the key? Name. Same thing we have to keep it. Name. Key is the name. Value is the this one. Right? Name, value, name, value. Email we are generating. That's I am passed. Gender and value, status, and then value. Right, we can also pass the map. Same thing, whatever above is same thing, but body, it will change the this one map. That is the only change. And then we can also use advanced one. We can also create the user defined class. We can create our own class. We can create name, same names, just create with the whatever the keys are there with the same name. Create a string with name, email, gender, and generate the getter and setter methods. How to generate getter and setters? I already told you. Right click, source, generate getter and setters. You can select and it will generate automatically. Right here, what we have to do? Create the object of the what is the object user? We have created class user request. Create the object and set name, email, gender, status. Pass that request. Right. For this, it will internally what it will do, this Pojo class will convert to JSON. Right. To make that work, we have added a dependency in the POM file. Dependency is very important. If we don't have, we will get issue. We have to add this dependency. Jackson data bind. This dependency we have to add. Otherwise, it will not work.
Sir, this is Pojo class, sir.
Right, Pojo class. Okay. Then next one is we can send a body in mostly in real time. How we will, right? We will not hard code anything in the actual Java classes. We will get it from some files. So we have created under SRC test resources some file user request .json. So keep the JSON, and email we want to send dynamically. So I just kept some random name here, dollar some email. I will replace it in the code. Right? You can give anything, ABC also. Right? Just I have given dollar email to identify uniquely. You can give anything. Okay, user request dot JSON. First thing is that what we have to read that file. What is the code I have written? First to create the file object. File object will take the path. Here we are getting the first root path. That means root path of the this direct project. Then this is common. Where is the user request.json? Under src test resources. Under src test resources JSON request and user request.json. This is the path. Here code, what is the code? File utils dot. File utils will come. We have to add one more dependency, common cybo. Then only it will work. We have to add the common cybo dependency. Then only we can. You can have multiple ways to read the data. This is the one of the simple way I have written. File utils dot read file to string. That means it will read that JSON file. It will convert it to string. We have to give the file object and then what is the format, UTF-8 format. Then after reading, what we have to do, we have to replace, right? We have a dynamic value here. We have to replace this email. To replace that, just I have written request dot replace. What to replace this one? Dollar email replace with some random email. You can generate some random email, keep it that. Then it will generate our original request. Just that, pass it. That's it. Right, remaining everything will be same one. This is the what we have learned yesterday's class. Anyone has any questions? Okay, fine then. Now we will see actual. In real time, we will not do like this. This the right. What we have to do in real time, how we will validate. If we do like this, it is not a right common code to all the requests. In real time, we have to create the common things so that it will work for every request. Here it will work only if you 100 requests are there. If you create 100 times like this, suppose tomorrow you got some issue with something authorization, I want to change. These many places I cannot change. Or you want to change validation, multiple places we cannot change. We have to write some reusable code so that it's easy to change in one place. But to do that, okay, we will simply what we will do. Okay, I will explain for this. Get users. We'll make it. So here we will execute until this. Okay, what it will return? It will return the response. It will return the object called response. It will return the object response. Okay, once we get the response, this is, we will get the response. Then we can, what we can do? We can do the validation same way, whatever we have done same way, response then body, and then we can do like this. All right, body first record, it will return the array of records. If you want to validate first record, we have to do not like this, 0 of ID. Right here, what we are getting? If you execute get users API, we are getting multiple records. If you want first record, 0, 0 of ID, 0 of name, 0 of email, like this, we have to do that. But this is same as the previous one. But here we need to get the one more thing, JSON path. We will have a JSON path. Okay, we will get the object of the JSON path. From the JSON path, we can validate whatever we want. Get the JSON path object. Okay, once we get the JSON path, if you want to validate anything, right, if you want to get the size, JSON path dot get list. Right, this is the list, entire total one list. dollar we have to give dollar and then size. What is the size of it? We will get the size of it. Each page, how many records it will have? 6 records. I think 6 are. Okay, this is different. GoRest.code in different. Okay, that's fine. Leave it. Okay, we will get the some records. Just we can print a count of total number of users, user count. Then if
Sir,
you want to
JSON
validate.
Sir, JSON path
Yes.
is used for object creation or what, sir? Please.
No, JSON path is a inbuilt object of REST assured. If you want to validate the JSON response, I want to validate the JSON response. So far, how we validated like this. Right now, I want to validate in a different way. I want to validate in a different way. Now, JSON path, once we will get the JSON path, we can do the same validations, but it is a more generic way. JSON path dot get, we have to validate. I want to validate, suppose, same thing, first record name or ID, something I want to validate. How we will get it? First record 0. Path we have to give. What happened? Insert button clicked. Okay, get off. What is the path we have to give here? 0, first record 0 of dot ID. This is the path. You know how to identify. So this is the array. If it is a simple thing, create user, if you do or sample of single user, if we get it directly, we can give the ID. Directly, we can give the ID. This is a single record. So directly we can give ID, name, email, gender, status. But here we are getting a multiple array of records. So first record, if I want, this is only, it will work. Whatever we are writing, this will work only for this response. If you see another response, it may not work. We have to identify like that. Suppose if you take a RIC response, this is a one more API. If you do the users here, this format is different. Right here, 0 of ID, it will not work. Here, how to give data? Inside a data, we have an array. Here we have to give data of 0. Data of 0 dot ID. But in this case, we don't have any string. We don't have any string before the array. It is directly printing the array. That's why we are giving 0, square brackets of 0 dot ID. If you want to do here, what is the advantage of it? If you want to do TestNG assertions, right? We can do assert dot assert equal. Suppose this is the user count. If you want to validate assert dot assert true, user count should be greater than something. It should come at least 1. Suppose if I want to validate assert dot assert equal JP, right? JSON path dot get off. What is the path? We have to give the path. So what is the name we want to validate? Here name, right? This is first record. It is coming ID. This one. Just we can give the same ID to validate. Just we will see. That very important JSON path. We can get from the response. We have to execute until the get. No need further. From here we can validate. We can get the JSON path, and then we can validate. We can call the simply JSON path dot get, and we have to give the path. See, it is working fine. No issues. JSON 0 of JSON path get. We can give the any path. Right, you know how to identify path. If you have just practice it, how to get the path. Suppose if it is a simple request, get a user. Suppose here, get a user by ID. I want to validate here. Okay, let me create it here. Here we are getting single record. For the single record, how to up to get just use. Don't call this. Then we can get the response. Store the response. a response object, and then we can get the directly. See, if you want pretty print, there is a method. If you want what it is, if you want to print the response as a formatted way like this, if you want to print like this, we can just call the response dot pretty print. Just it will print the output in a neat way, clear way. That is the pretty print. Right. Now we want what is we want is response dot JSON path. Directly we can call get on the JSON path. Directly we can call get ID. Get ID. Right inside double quotes, just give the get ID. We can get the ID. In what format it will return? Suppose ID is in a long format or integer format. Suppose you don't know in what format it is giving. Suppose if I give string, we'll see. Right. Sometimes if it is returning in integer, we will get a error. Right. We'll see whether is giving any error or not. If we are giving error, we have to understand the error and we have to modify the code accordingly. Okay, resource not found. That means this user ID is not available. Just take this user ID only. Okay, it is working. Okay, this user ID is working. Just replace this user ID. If you understand the basics, later when I explain the framework, I will not explain like this. Just will go very fast. Just understand the flow, then only framework level you will understand. See, here we are getting, see, class cast exception. What is the class cast? It is unable to, we are trying to store in a string, but it is an integer. So what we have to store it in a integer. We have to store it in a integer. So based on the error message, if it is asking for long means long, we have to store it in long. Right? It is working fine. If you want to do any assertions, then how you will do assertion? In assert, we don't have assert of integer also. It will support. See, these are all overloaded method. If you know the Java concept, these are all overloaded method. Overloaded method means what? Method name will be same, but arguments will be different. Arguments will be different. Here we need to validate user. Simple. We can pass the directly integers. Whatever we are, but here user ID is string, right? Either we have to convert the response to string or input to integer. Otherwise, it will fail. We have to both should be in sync. We are getting response in the integer. So just convert input to, we are expecting same thing should come in the response. So convert this input to integer or string. Both should be in string or integer. Either way, you can do whatever you want. Okay, by using this response object, then we can get the JSON path. We can validate JSON. Only it will work only for JSON. Sometimes we will get a response as a XML. Sometimes we will get a response as a XML. In those cases, we have a response dot XML path. I will try to explain one. We will get a XML path. Okay, fine. This is the how we will validate JSON response word. Okay, this is one thing. Then, okay, XML, I will tell you. But so far we have seen get and post. We will see quickly put and delete also. Put and delete also we'll see. Okay, let me same thing, right? We have to copy, I will copy this, create user. Okay, I will make it as a update user. Update user. Update means we have to update the existing user. So we have to pass the parameter. This is the path parameter. We have to send the path parameter and we can change gender, male to female, or status active to inactive, or email. name, anything we can update it. Just click on update. Is record available? I think record is not available. Get the latest this one. We will get this record. Okay, pass this. Okay, fine. Email every time should be unique. Okay, we have to validate negative scenario. If you want to validate the negative scenario, already existing email, we have to verify. Right? Testing means not only positive. We have to verify negative scenarios, edge cases, all the test cases we have to write down. This is one of the negative scenario we have to validate. Okay, fine. For the update user, we can take the same thing string. Here we are updating just email, but we have to pass the ID, which user ID we have to pass it. For that, what we have to do, header is common, content type is fine. Then we have to add the path pair. Path param, user ID. Okay, this one, pass this user ID, body. And then in the post, what we have to do, path param to match the path param. Here we have to give the slash, same name in the curly brackets, user ID. Whatever name we have, the same name we have to give it here, provide it. Okay, then fine. For update, we will get a 200. What is the here we are getting? Okay, let me make it as a success. Okay, 422. Oh, okay, already this email also exists. Let me create one more. Okay, 200 only. So we are expecting 200. Okay, fine. Then otherwise we will, what we can do, we will do it in a by using JSON path. We'll get the response, store it in a response object, response. Okay, then we can validate it. Response dot get. If you want status code, we can get the status code. What it is called? It is a actual response code. What is expected? We are expecting 200, but what is the return type? It is a integer. It is returning integer. So we can add a assertion. Okay, actual response code. We have to pass. See, sometimes we will jumble. First thing, see what it is taking assert equal first actual expected. Sometimes we will confuse. We will reverse it. 200 we will write expected. If you write first, whenever it is failing, then it will confuse us. So just how it is asking same way. First argument will be actual. Second one is expected. Next one is message. Message is optional. If you want, pass it. Otherwise, you can ignore it. Okay, fine. We can, if you want to validate some other things, you can do it response dot JSON path dot get off. If you want to get, if you want to validate whatever you have updated email. Suppose I want to validate the email. Same email is updated or not. After update, in real time, what we will do, we will get it from the database. You want to cross check where it will store. Finally, it will store in a database. We have to get the data from the database and we have to validate whether correctly updated or not. String actual email. This is the actual email from the response. Then we can have a assert equal. Okay, actual email and expected. Expected we have created on the top. Right, expected then. Okay, let me execute. If you have any doubts, please ask. You don't understand anything. But here we have to change something. Right, what we are doing? We are doing a update. For update, what we have to use? Put request. But see 404 resource not found. We are getting. We have to use the put request. Right. For we are using the update. So okay, put request. Fine. Now run it. So still getting 404 means we have to change the user ID. User ID may not exist. Okay, it is working fine. It is passed. Okay, that's it. What is the change here? Put, that's it. And path parameter we have added, which user we want to update. That is the only thing, and put we have. For delete request, To execute the delete, I will take the get user. Okay, same thing, get user and delete is same thing only, but only method will change. HTTP method will change. Okay, delete user test. Okay, log all when we have to delete, and we have to pass for delete. Also, we have to pass the path param. We have to pass the path param. What is the user ID? We will delete the same user ID, but we have to pass here in the delete. We have to pass that path param. Okay, once we delete, okay, asset dot asset equal. What is the response code we will get for delete? We will get 204. We'll check. See, if you delete, we will execute delete user. Okay, I'll try to delete it. Execute. I think this user is not there. Take this same user, keep it here, delete. Okay, what is that? 204? No, we are getting 204. So we are using same user. We have to change it again. Otherwise, I already deleted this user, so it will not work. So we can take this one. Okay, we can take this. We can take this user ID and then we can pass, we can validate. We got some issue. What is the issue? 401. What is 401? Anyone? Okay, we required a authorization. 401 means not authorized. Okay, take this authorization. We have to add the header. And then under given, add this authorization. Then try to execute it again. It's already deleted. What happened? 400 resource not found. I think this user is not available. Take this, delete, try. So deleted, but why we are getting issue? Okay, users, same thing, user ID. Okay, we'll try with another user. Okay, we'll see. It should work. Okay, authorization here still we are getting what is the issue then? Response could be 204 for successful deletion expected, but found 400. 400 means resource not found. Right. What is the request here we are getting? Public V2 users, same thing only. User ID. But what is the issue? Are we sending any authorization here? No, we don't have any authorization. Oh, okay. What is the error? Anyone?
Before deleting Postman, we need to do there, I think.
Okay. Authorization is there, token is there. Before
Deleting the whatever user ID in Postman, we can do here.
yeah, that is only right. We are doing
Yeah.
400 means what? A resource not found. 400. See here we are taking this ID from the get users. Same ID we are passing path parameters. Okay. But what is the delete slash users? Right. Request is coming fine. Go rest dot public v2 users. We will shift this path pair. Any issue with that? I think not so. Okay, still 400 we are getting. Okay, let me check existing one. Did I execute or delete or not? Create user bit. Okay, delete I have not done. Okay, simply. So I got blocked here. Right. Suppose I got blocked here. What we have to do now? Right. I don't know what I got blocked, but there may be a simple issue, but I got blocked here. Right. We just in real time also. Right. We will take if we have a GitHub Copilot or ChatGPT, just you can open. Just paste it that it will give some idea. It will throw some idea. If you are not, it is made by sometimes right simple issue. We will not get it. So what it is saying, what you sent method, this one, correct. Delete usually does not need one. Possibly reasons 400 instead of duplicate authorization header. Some APIs reject with the duplicate headers list, but we don't have any duplicate headers, right? This is correct only. User does not exist. Invalid expired token. Content type. Instead of accept, explicitly mention the content type. Okay, we will try. Is it asking for content type? I'm not sure. Okay, base URI header also same thing only we are doing, but there might be a simple issue. Okay, I think still we are getting same issue. There might be a. I think everything is same we are doing, but what is the exact issue? I'm not getting. Okay, fine. I will check on it. Maybe is this a issue with this API? Okay, fine. Here we can open the console. We can see what is the same thing. We can verify here what is happening. Clear the logs and execute the delete request. We can see what is going on. We can troubleshoot somewhere. Okay, delete request HTTP or same thing. Authorization. Same code, right? Anything missed here? Oh, okay. See, it is saying ChatGPT given duplicate header. Right? We have copied it 2 times. See, silly mistake. Simple mistake only, but we are unable to. There is a 2 times it is copied. Okay, that is the issue. Okay, sometimes we'll not get silly things. Okay, fine. Now I think it should work now. Oh my God, what is this? 40. That means I already record deleted. Maybe just we will give it to one more user. Close this. Okay. If you are unable to identify the issue, don't spend a lot of time. Just delete it, create it again. Simple way. Okay, it's working fine. Right. Okay. Don't spend a lot of time if you are getting any issue. Just delete freshly, write down so that we will easily identify the issue. Okay, that is the how we can execute all the four. These are the four: get, post, put, delete. Mostly these things we will use, and then we will see one more thing, one more important thing: request specification. How to create the reusable method? How to create a reusable method to execute all these four in real time? We cannot write every time. Right, given log all, get content type, path, delete. Right, these are all duplicate code. Again and again we are writing. But how to write it reusable code. Right, that we'll see tomorrow freshly. I think if you have any other questions, anyone have any questions or anything not did not understand, we can go ahead. Okay, any question if you have. Otherwise, we'll wind up. We'll meet the tomorrow. Tomorrow class is very important. Just right, don't miss next three classes. We will cover real time. So far, we have learned just the basics how to execute the simple request using REST assured. We will create from tomorrow onwards the real time things. Right, don't miss those classes.
Sir, you will teach framework, sir?
Yeah.
No.
If people are joining, I will also get interest. I will tell you more. Right. For Cucumber, I told you. For Cucumber, I told you already. Everyone joined until the classes. So frame